Hey guys, so it's Sumerso back here again with another video. This time I'm actually going to be playing Halo Infinite, because I just felt like playing that now, and yeah, so that's just kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be talking about Halo actually, um, as I'm playing. Because I have some opinions about, this franchise that I wanted to get out. I wanted to talk about like the state of Halo in 2025, and to just start things off, I guess I can say that I started playing Halo um, back in 2010 for the first time. I started playing right after Halo Reach came out, which obviously was on the Xbox 360. And that was my first time getting into the game series, although I did know about the franchise before then. And yeah, so Halo Reach was my first game. I played that game like a lot, very very much actually. I reached the rank of like legend in that game before I quit and moved on. Um, I didn't get all the way to like Inheritor because I simply just didn't have enough time. Because if you wanted to like max out your rank all the way, you would have had to play so many hours that I mean you would hardly be able to do anything else really. But yeah, enough about that. I played, like I said, I played Reach for quite a bit, and like around that time, like 2010, 2011, and so Halo was a very, very big game franchise, one of Microsoft's biggest. And it was just a very popular game. But, as time kind of moved on, Halo 4 got released in like 2012, at the end of 2012, and, Halo 4 was a lot more like, when they made that game, they actually like took it more from a slow-paced game, which is kind of what Halo was known for, and they kind of made it a little bit faster. So it was very obvious to me that at the time that they were trying to like copy Call of Duty quite a bit and like just make it like faster. But I didn't really like that too much. I think Halo 4 was far too inferior compared to like Reach, but that's just how it went. And then I didn't really play like Halo 4 too much. I just kind of stayed on Reach. I mean, I did have Halo 4 obviously, but I didn't like the way they were going with like the more fast-paced gameplay, so I just stayed on Reach. And I did that for a long time, and I also like kept playing I also like kept playing like Halo 3 and even Halo 2 every now and then. Um, but yeah, and then I kind of when Reach started, slowly dying out, I kind of moved on to other games. But uh, I think I picked up Halo 5 eventually. Um, but I picked it up pretty late. I think I picked up Halo 5 around like 2021. So like all the years between like when Reach started dying at like the tail end of the 2010s and onwards. I didn't really play much of Halo at all, but I picked up Halo 5 at like the end of 2021, and I played that for a bit, and it was good. I felt like Halo 5 was a bit faster paced as well, but they kind of managed to make it like good, like um they managed to make it more fast paced, but like in a good way. And I just liked that game a bit. But then we came into like Halo Infinite, which obviously is what I'm playing now, and I think this game is pretty good. I like this game a lot, but it's not. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't feel like Halo Infinite is that groundbreaking as far as like technology and like thinking new about stuff goes. The Halo franchise is not it's not what it used to be, uh, 10, 15 years ago. Um, and I think the reason for that is, first of all, I think it's a big shame that, the Halo series is not as big as it used to be, because I think this is a game series that has an amazing amount of potential. But I think, in my opinion, the way I see it, I think the reason why they're not doing as good as they used to is because like people have kind of most people have kind of moved on, from this game series to like other stuff, and they haven't really done so much to kind of take it to new heights. I mean, there hasn't been like that many new game modes. Not so much like Battle Royale or any other type of game modes that have like taken off in popularity in other games. And you kind of see when you log into like Halo Infinite now in like 2025, it's still like the same stuff like big team battle, team slayer, and like infected. And there's nothing wrong with these game modes, but it's just like it's just so easy to get the sense that Halo is the game series where there hasn't really been any innovation in like the last 10 years. And I think that's why most people have slowly kind of moved on. And I don't think the fan base has gotten, younger either. Like, there's not so many new people that are discovering Halo. It's mostly just like, people my age and up from like 40 years and older who, play the game a lot like, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Um, and I think most of the people that used to play like back in the Halo 2 days and stuff are just kind of moving on to like other stuff, or maybe like quit gaming altogether. So, but I don't really know what they can do to like fix the franchise or make it popular again. But I think one of the biggest problems with Halo Infinite, the way I see it now, is like the fact that it's not really. This game does have some glitches and some game server errors, which are a really big shame. Um, it seems like they're just not really prioritizing it. Um, but speaking of game glitches, I was actually able to get into a game right now, which is what I'm playing right now, without like too much of a hassle. Like usually I get like sometimes I get like an error message when I try to like find a game, and that's kind of what I mean. It's just a game with lots of bugs and glitches and like bad game servers, and you see other people on Reddit and other social media like talking about it, like how Halo Infinite just seems to be so forgotten. But yeah, I guess that's something. I guess it's a big shame, but that's just the way it goes. But I still believe in this franchise, and I still think that it's possible to make this game come back alive again. But yeah, the game is over, and I guess I just have to move on. So yeah, but maybe I'll visit this again if I feel like it. But we will see another time.